Hi, I'm Terry Kolath, and I'm here today with Brenda Norris of Eagles Preserve. Brenda is a librarian at the Shell Point Library, and I've asked her and her staff to join me in something special. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for
Brenda.
having us.
It's so nice to have you here. You are the librarian, the new librarian. How long have you been in this role?
January 1st.
Nice.
Yes, I took over what I call the big black chair in the office from Marilyn Hooper, and but she's still helping us.
And you have a lot of experience before you took over the reins.
I've been with this library for, I think, 9 years now.
Fabulous.
As a helper and staff. Mm-hmm.
Well, I manage the Academy of Lifelong Learning. So in our Lifequest, where we look at the dimensions of wellness here at Shell Point, my focus is the educational dimension. Now, each of us in the Lifequest staffing take a Saturday a year, and we have a Lifequest program. And mine is about education, and I thought, what could be more educational than the library? And I asked you, and you and some of your staff agreed to come and have this Lifequest event with me on Saturday, March 25th.
Yes.
So let's tell people a little bit about what we're trying to do. My first thought was, you know, a couple of years ago, we didn't even think we'd still be using books. We thought everything would be e-readers and online, and e-readers took off, but they didn't replace books, did they?
Oh, I don't think you can ever replace a book. I mean, it's just holding that book in your hand. But I think even if you're using e-readers, that's wonderful too, as long as you're reading.
Right.
I don't understand people that don't read a book or read a newspaper.
How sad if you can't.
Or you can't. But then that's why we have audiobooks,
Sure.
is for the people who can no longer maybe see well enough to read. But we have over 8,000 items in our library, and 74% of that are books. Are books.
Now, the library at Shell Point is very special. First of all, because it's so accessible. Every day you can go to the library at Shell Point, which is wonderful. And a lot happens behind the scenes. And that's part of what we're going to talk about, isn't it?
Oh yes, there is, because all of the books, the audios, everything in the library, there is a committee that selects them. Then when they come in, they have to be processed and they have to be put on the shelves, and then we have to do the heartbreaking job of taking some of the books off the shelves because we don't have any room. But Susan Cleaver and I work in the back room, and then we have a volunteer staff of about 60 people. Amazing. And we're all volunteers.
And you're all book lovers.
And we're all book lovers.
How wonderful
It is. And it's amazing how one person, Jeannie Fuchs, said to Marilyn a while back, she loves to read Donna Leone, who writes about Venice. And so then I got to reading it. So then I, recommended it to somebody else. So this is what we do in the library.
You know, it's not just a place where you go and get things and take them out. It's a place to be. There are people who come to the library because that's where they want to be. That's the atmosphere they want to be in. And you facilitate that by your reading tables and all the periodicals that are available.
And we have every newspaper. It's amazing how many. We have probably 10 to 12 people a day that just come and sit and read the newspapers. And we also have a number of the Shell Point staff that come, that come to take out books.
Sure.
And we have one gal that comes. She just wants cookbooks.
Isn't that something?
But we have the children's books, as you know.
I know, it's wonderful.
And those are all donated to us. We don't buy any children's books.
Fabulous. I know we're going to have to part with some of my granddaughters that I can't bear to give up. But this is a wonderful opportunity for us, because when we're through with our presentations, you and your staff, each talking about aspects of the library, we're going to go into the audience and give them an opportunity to talk.
And ask them, why they read, what they read, how has a book changed your life? Some people can't travel, whether it be because they can't afford it or for whatever reason.
Sure.
But, you know, you take a book and you can go anywhere in the world.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It's amazing. Well, I can't imagine how different my life would have been without my passion for reading and the opportunity to feed that passion in libraries.
Oh, yes. And one of the things, Terry, I have to say, maybe it's not the best thing in the world, but I love a regular book because I always read the last chapter first.
A secret. That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Won't you join us, Brenda Norris, librarian at the Shell Point Library, our librarian in our library, and some of our residents who serve as her staff, and we'll all talk about books together. Saturday, March 25th.